I shipped them before low so good. It's awesome.
Yours is also a lot easier to ship though.
Hey, don't be jealous of my skills. So this right here is called the Intimidator.
This is where you find out whether you want to do it anymore or not.
Have you guys ever seen any dinosaur tracks before?
No, not for real.
So we are gonna change that today.
That's great. I told my great-grandson we'd take a picture of some for him.
We'll take some pictures, definitely. We'll tell you all sorts of great things about them too.
You okay, Bill?
Yes.
Okay.
How are you doing? Please let me know if we need to go a little bit easier. This is something that we have to go over, but there are some that we cannot, okay?
Different.
It
Looks like
is.
you've got a pretty good grip on that
It-
hand.
It is, and it does take a little bit to get used to it, you know? It really does.
Not microwave flowers. Yeah, very. Where we live.
Brother Sims. I went to get a Gatorade and he was like, bring me fingers! That's really cool.
What's this called here?
Like the obstacle or?
Yeah.
This one doesn't have a name. No. Oh yeah?
Tracks, huh? Cool tracks. I promised my great-grandson I'd bring you back pictures of dinosaur tracks.
Best
Oops.
Nope, that's okay.
after to be.
This is really how big they are. Don't believe that big track there.
Pretty cool, isn't it?
That's awesome. So this guy right here really just picked up that Stegosaurus and brought it. There is a imprint in this rock, okay?
Where a boat of a dinosaur laid at one time. There's a foot right there. Lacey, can you stretch this far to this one? Not quite. More?
I'm there,
More? No, you're not. Come on.
Better than you ever did.
Dad. I'm rolling my eyes at you.
What does the skin of a dinosaur look like?
Scaly.
Lizard, scaly, right? Come on over here. Look at this. You can see the scales right there at my toe. He left the skin print in the ash. That's pretty cool looking right there. Come closer.
Gosh.
But don't bite. I'll show you some. Well, he was knelt down on one knee eating away here. What it tastes like? Chicken? Yeah, everything tastes like chicken. After went and had a nap, right? Who comes to the site then?
Hyenas.
The hyenas of the day, right? The scavengers, right? Look underneath those big boots. Back up a little bit. See the little tracks right there?
There's this one here.
Little three-toed.
Oh, there's that one right there too. Kind of
Another one over there.
Yep.
There's a bunch of little three-toed tracks all around. The light changes.
That one there too.
They were the hyenas of the day that run in, grab a little piece of meat, and run away again. So you got the full circle here. When they went out there with wants and warrants to siege and look, he had a want for his truck, and inside his truck was a cell phone. And you know what was on the cell phone, don't you?
Do you want to sit down? Are you okay?
Take your hand. Those are the claws from an Allosaurus. Right there. This is a replica. They're all identical. That's what they dug out of the ground. And they made fossil molds out of them. Heavy duty. This is what he had on his hands. Who saw Jurassic World? Yeah? You saw the one... Here, don't drop this, okay? Oh my goodness. He had one on his feet like this, didn't he? This is the one when he grabbed you with those. Oh yeah, and he bit you with one of these. It's a tooth from a dinosaur. Don't drop it. But he'd jump up, grab your hold, and he'd run his feet up and down your side like this, trying to rip you open with this dinosaur. That was the claw. Once he got you gutted, then you were dinner, right? Pretty cool. We're gonna pass these around actually this way, okay? That way they'll end up over here on the table over here. Right down here.
Oh, go ahead.
Now, let's see here. Oh, yes. What have I got here?
Cool.
No, that's not a rock. This is a rock. I get them every time with that joke. There's one in every crowd. This is a rock that dinosaurs would eat. They would eat rocks. They changed to that color while in their stomach in the acids. They're polished equally all the way around. If you rub them like this, or rub your fingers, it feels a little oily. It's not like a river rock, which is really dry feeling. These are really polished smooth. And when the dinosaur died, the rock rotted out of his belly, and there you go. It's a gastroid used to beat the food to death in the belly. They had teeth like this to rip off big chunks, but nothing to chew them off with, you know? There's a real pretty rock, too. It used to be animal and vegetable and all the rest of that kind of stuff. Here we go. What do we got in my hand here? It's a clam. Now, trees fall into muddy swamps, they fossilize. They fall on the land, they rot away. Same with the bones and stuff. They don't find dinosaur bone on slick rock. They find it down in the muddy kind of stuff, where there was a mud pit, where they went in, they got stuck in the mud. They hollered, help me, help me. What'd that sound like to the other dinosaurs?
Come eat me.
Exactly. This is a clam. He had that leg out of there, you know. You pull it out of the sand and he clams up. This one here, he died millions of years ago. There's the little hinge on the back right there.
Like a razor clam?
Huh?
Is that like a razor clam?
Yeah, like a river clam.
Okay, a river clam.
Yeah. And, you know, it laid like this on the ground. The weather, you can see, has you know, deteriorated it. It's rough and tumble, but the other side's really smooth. Where it laid against the sands for millions of years. That's how you tell a real arrowhead, by the way. One side will be rough, the other side will be nice and smooth. If you find an arrowhead on the trail today, it's a good chance where these guys threw it out of their pocket, hoping they might get a little bigger tip out of you. Let me see, what else have I got here? Oh, here we got a piece of a rib bone from a dinosaur. Anybody here, doctor or nurse? You got kids, I know you do.
I do.
You're qualified to be a nurse. The outside wrap of the bone in your arm even, it's called the periosteum. And the meat's hooked to that. Inside you got bone marrow. You got cells that flow blood through your bones. Your arteries and veins don't carry nowhere near the amount of blood that your bones do. When it breaks, then it melts back together, you know, heals up. This side's polished. You can see where the bone marrow was, where the little red cells are, and the harder part was the solid bone at one time. That's about a $750 specimen there. Now, this one is totally rare. We can't put a price on this. I've turned down $4,000 or more. This is a simple little leg bone. It's right there from your shin. It's a piece like that. Here's the front of the shin bone. Little bone marrow, nothing fancy. It's even got porosity in it, which doesn't make it worth much. But when you turn it over, you see the iron pyrite embedded in the dinosaur bone. You can look here and see little cracks where it got in and worked its way in. Iron pyrite and dinosaur bone never happened. Every book ever written about dinosaur bone and iron pyrite says it's a myth. Here it is. When I show this to the guys out at the Rocket Fossil Show that they have every year here, 50-some vendors out there, they go, wow, you want to sell it, right? I'll give you $2,000. They don't even look at me. Give $2,500, $3,000, $3,500. The guy says he's got a vertebrae this big. Then I asked him how much the vertebrae was. Oh, it's not for sale. It's there to draw you to my table. The rest of the stuff is for sale. As I walk away, he says, I'll trade you for the vertebrae. Everybody heard him. They all go, what the hell will he trade that vertebrae for? He won't sell that for nothing. He takes it to every show. He's willing to trade it. The one guy told me, he says, you have found the equivalent of the Holy Grail that Jesus drank from. Finding iron pyrite in dinosaur bone. One other guy told me, he says, I've hunted dinosaur bone for 45 years. He says, I've never seen it. I've built big dinosaur museum stuff for people. Never seen it. It's a myth. Another guy told me, you take everybody's vertebrae and whatever they got, put it in the middle of the floor, put a sign in it that says junk compared to that little hockey puck specimen.
What's this one called?
Well, there's the gates of hell.
And
There's two of them, okay?
This is the gate of hell?
Yeah, we've slid down one and now we're getting ready to go up the other. Say your prayers, ladies.
Okay.
Oh God, no, I don't want to try this.
It's dangerous. Like, it doesn't make any sense to try. Like,
my
why?
gosh.
Why? That guy could roll back onto us. I don't think we should go
did
any
you see that
closer.
video
You
this
just lied to
morning?
me about the first person going up this
Oh,
thing.
stop.
Remember that video we saw this morning?
Yeah.
Where they rode 2.5
That's what
times
it was
down the
right
hill?
here?
That's right. So I think
here.
let's not get too close to this guy.
I'm not going. We're
Oh,
not going in there, are we? We can't go now. They're like, they can go. You have to wait for them to
He
get.
could fall back.
I'm not even kidding right now. This is not okay. Why am I?
Oh boy.
I'm gonna cry.
Oh. How you doing back there,